Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name's Rob. Thanks for coming in and checking out my 50 plus KC gaming stream. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, so we're getting there. We're almost to the weekend. As you can see, I'm going to be playing MLB The Show, and I've got the Conquest map up. Pretty much got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. See, I can count. 7 strongholds to get through, so we may or may not get through all of them here in this setting. I'm starting a little bit early this morning because I have a little class that I need to go to at work, so I'm going in early for work. So we'll see what we can get through, and let's have some fun. So let's see what we can do here. Boom. All right. So as you can see, I pretty much got the Conquest map finished up here. Alright, just go ahead and we'll take on Boston here. I actually was going to start that one last night, but I was like, well, I better get to bed and get some sleep. So, being an old man, I need my beauty sleep, So, we're going to play. And there's my rotation currently. Chris Sale, Jared Weaver, Scott Kazmir, Emerson Hancock, and Alex Manoah. So, since we're in Boston, we'll just go ahead and use Chris Sale. And there's my lineup. Ricky Henderson, Lou Bob, that 89 Diamond Longoria at third, the face the franchise Trout, face the franchise Chisholm, face the franchise Franco, Diamond Yasmani Grandal, and just a plain old gold Paul Konerko at first. I could probably put somebody else better as far as quote-unquote ratings-wise, but I need to work on the AL Central, rather. Yeah, because right now I'm working on the AL East, Central, and West, and NL Central are the 4 teams left I have to do the work on the 4,000 points. So we'll try and get those done as quickly as we can. So we're going to go ahead and advance. So my name's Rob. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream. Like I said, it's Wednesday morning. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you're awake. I'm not quite awake yet, but it is what it is. We'll see how my reactions are. They're usually better in the morning, so maybe being tired will make my reactions even worse or even better. I guess we'll find out together. So, on the good news, Howie hit 2 bombs last night. Bad news, the Royals lost to the Cardinals 6-5. So, it's once again, Royals pitching just starting pitching just looks horrible. Out of 5 starts, only 2 of them have looked good. And that was Greinke and Keller, and those aren't the 2 young guys. So, the 3 young guys have all looked absolutely atrocious so far. Boobies got blasted. Lynch got hammered around. It's just like, my goodness, fellas. So we'll see what happens with the Royals' young pitching. It's a concern that Cal Eldred has been here and none of the pitching has progressed. It's not good. When you've got a pitching coach that tells last year told a player, I don't know what to do with you. Well, then what are you being a pitching coach for if you can't tell a pitcher what he needs some help with? That's just asinine. I've never heard of a pitching coach telling a player, well, I just can't fix you. That's when you dig in, you look at tape, you watch real close what he's doing. That was the silliest thing I ever heard. And if you're going to hold on to a coach like that, the only reason can be monetary reasons. That's the only reason, because obviously he's not doing his job. So, slam foul past the third baseline. So anyway, Ricky Henderson led off with a solo homer, but swing and a miss for Lou Bob, and it's 2-2 now against Chris Sale. So it's going to be a battle of Chris Sales this game. Fastball outside, the count is full. Longoria lurking on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch to Lou Bob. Hammered out to left center. It's going to be off the monster. It's going to be 2 because it bounced so high. So game starts off with a pair of extra base hits, a solo homer, and a double. And Evan Longoria steps up with a man in scoring position and nobody out here in the first. Hammered hard. It's going to be off the wall. It's going to score a run, but it's only going to be a single. An RBI single for Longoria, and it's 2-0 now. But as I was saying about Eldred, I mean, if you can't make your younger pitchers better, if you're telling a veteran pitcher, you know, there's nothing I can do for you, why are you still here? That's just absolutely ridiculous to me. Base hit to left for the cleanup hitter. And it's first and second. We have yet to have an out, and Jazz Chisholm steps in. First pitch to Chisholm. Missed inside with a slider. Chisholm hitting 387 on the year. Pitch from Sale. Oh, that's going to be 2. 4 to 6. No, Chisholm's got enough speed to beat it out. It was hit slow enough. So we got runners on the corners now for Wander Franco. He's hitting 364. And Chris Sale looking to limit the damage, trying to get a ground ball double play here, I would assume. But being that this is MLB The Show, his first pitch will probably be up. Which makes perfect sense because you're trying to hit a ground ball double play. At least in normal baseball you would. So let's see. Oh, he actually threw one down low. Color me surprised. That's definitely a change from previous years. I will say that. Which is good. That's a good thing. You know, you want it to be somewhat realistic. At least as far as how they try to go about things. Oh, got it up, and that's going to be a little lazy fly ball to left. Nobody's going to advance. It's too shallow, and there's 2 outs now. And that brings up Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike.
Pardon me. Had to mute that. Didn't want to sneeze and cough on all y'all's ears, so that would be rude. So it's 0-1 now to Grandal. Switch hitting catcher for the Knights. Checks the runner, and the 0-1. Fastball just misses the inside corner. 1-1 now to Grandal. Really want to get another run across here. Don't want to waste an opportunity like this. Slider down and in, or maybe it's a circle change. And it's 2-1 now. 23 pitches so far this inning. That's a good first inning to make the opposing pitcher work. And that's a late on that one. It's kind of drifting. The right fielder's back there and gets it on the warning track for the out. So we got 2, but it could have been a lot worse. To the bottom half we go. Bogarts, Verdugo, and Devers due up for the Sox. And they'll be facing Chris Sale themselves. So the first pitch to Bogarts. Swings and misses a circle change. 0-1 to the leadoff man. Sale gets a sign from Grandal. And the 0-1 pitch. Not the best of locations there, but called strike 2. So it's 0-2 now to Xander. Sale gets the sign and the offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the first out here in the bottom half. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Alex Verdugo steps in. Boston outfielder. Looking to get on base. Kind of get something started for the Red Sox here. Sinker at the knees, called strike 1. Throwing nothing but strikes so far is Sale. Sorry, got a couple messages from my doctor's appointment. So, fouls it off. So, it's 0-2. Still hasn't thrown a ball yet. So, that's a good start to the game. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Sale. Loop down the line and left. It's going to get to the wall. That's going to be a 1-out double for Verdugo. I didn't think that pitch was in that bad of a location. Let's see where. He just kind of slapped it the other way. Probably should have busted him up and in. But, that's on me. Bad pitch selection on my part. So 1 out, man on second for Devers. After scoring a couple in the top half, you really want to put up a 0 in the bottom half. You don't want to give the opposing team any momentum. And here comes the pitch. Slow roller to the right side. Chisholm comes in. Over to first for the out. The runner advances to third, but there's 2 away now. As a cleanup man, Trevor Story steps in. The recent acquisition from the Colorado Rockies. Well, technically he was a free agent, but that's who he previously played for, was the Rockies. So that was a big acquisition for the Red Sox. Pop up on the infield. Chisholm's back. He's calling for it and squeezes it for the third out. So the 1 out double does not hurt the Red Sox, or does not hurt the Knights. To the top of the second we go. 2-0. Konerko, pitcher spot, and Henderson do it.
Back here at Fenway as we go to the second, and here's the first baseman, Paul Konerko.
All right. First pitch of Konerko, taking a slider for a called strike 1. Right down the middle. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Slapped just foul down the right side. Couldn't quite keep it fair, so it's 0-2 now with Hirokazu Sawamura in. Slider misses outside. Maybe it was a splitter. Couldn't really tell. It looked more like a slider than a splitter, but the looper out to short left center, and it drops in for a leadoff base hit for Konerko. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, at least the pitcher's spot. So we are going to run with Andrew Benintendi, because I've used Tucker quite a bit. So let's get the bullpen up. We'll get Karinchak up. And there's a man on first. Nobody out here for Benintendi here in the second. Knights looking to expand their lead. Out in front of it and foul and out of play. Strike 1. Konerko takes his lead off first. Sawamura checks. And the pitch. Early swing through a slider. And it's 0-2 now. Benintendi looked horrible on that swing. I.e. me. 1 in the dirt. Catcher smothers it. No advance by the base runner. So it's 1-2 now. Konerko and his lack of speed on first. Late on that slider. Late and under it. And it's a lazy pop up to center. Squeeze for out number 1. No advance as Konerko retreats to first. And that brings up Ricky Henderson, who blasted another leadoff homer to start the game. First pitch to the A's Hall of Famer. Oh, towards the shortstop. You get Konerko at second, but no play at first. It was such a slow roller. So now we've got Henderson on first with 2 outs. Which means he's quick pitching, and there's the splitter. Sawamura's quick pitching out there on the mound. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Slapped hard into the left or right center field gap, and that's going to get Henderson around to third. So runners at the corners and a new pitcher for the Red Sox. Ryan Brazier steps in. Just call him the Bra for short. So 2 on, 2 out here in the second. Brazier trying to keep the Knights from adding on. Fastball misses low to Longo, and it's 1-0. Checks the runners and the pitch. Late. I was late on that. It says it was good, but I was late. And it's a nice running grab by the center fielder. So that scoring opportunity goes by the boards, but we're still up 2-0 as we head to the bottom half. So not horrible, but could have been better. And we're going to bring James Karinchak in of the Guardians, not to be confused with the Indians. So J.D. Martinez steps in, batting 5th for the Sox here today. First pitch from Karinchak. Swings through a fastball, strike one. So you always want to get out in front of the batters. You don't want to give them a chance to get set on any one pitch. And the 0-1 just misses low with a curveball. Evens the count at 1-1. One of the few balls I've thrown this time around. Fouls off a fastball and it counts 1-2 now. See if we can't chase this knuckle curve. And we do, strike three. Good piece of pitching there by Karinchak. And that brings up the first baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. First pitch to Bobby. Fouls off a fastball. 0-1 to the 6-hole hitter. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Pop up on the right side. Connect goes over in foul territory. He's under it and squeezes it for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Red Sox. And Kike Hernandez steps in. Or is it Enrique Hernandez? I don't know. I was pretty sure it was Kike, but I guess it's going to be Enrique. And the first pitch to Hernandez. Fouls off a fastball up and in. 0-1. So keep trying to busting him inside. Fouls off a fastball down. And it's 0-2 now. So now we'll bring out the knuckle curve, see if he chases. Yes, strike three, and that retires the side. So 3 up, 3 down in the second. To the third we go. Trout, Chisholm, and Franco due up for the ninth. Probably ought to get somebody up in the pen. Just for... We'll get... Since we're in Boston, we'll get Matt Barnes up. Mike Trout steps in. Been hitting well with him ever since I got that face of the franchise card. Since I probably won't get the live series card, at least for a while, until I get my collections done. But we'll see. Trout hammers one, and that's going to go over the monster and out of the stadium. Bye-bye. A solo blast for the Troutmeister. 441, and that one was a no-doubter, that's for sure. A hanging curveball, and that ball went out of here. As Mr. Trout watches it fly into the Boston night. Over the cut for Stein out there. That brings up Jazz Chisholm. First pitch to Jazz. Fastball to knees, called strike one. Not where I really want to swing at it, so just let it go. It's all right to take a strike. And that's a little lazy pop-up. Is it going to drop? Is it going to drop? No, the left fielder's there and squeezes it for the first out. And that brings up Wander Franco. He flew out his first time up. Hitting a robust 357 so far for me. Edwards and Hernandez sets. And the first pitch. Slapped hard in the left center field gap. It gets by the left fielder and it gets to the monster, and that's going to make it extra bases for Franco as he pulls into second. With 1 out, man in scoring position for the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. First pitch to Yaz. Fouls off a curve. 0-1 to Grandal. Hernandez checks and delivers. It's belted out to left center. It's going to be off the monster at least. Grandal might actually have an extra base hit that's not a homer. He does. He's got a 1-out double that scores Franco from second. And that's something you don't see a whole lot of. An extra base hit that's not a home run by Yasmani Grandal. So Jake Diekman gets a call from the Red Sox bullpen as it's 4-0 now here in the third. Paul Konerko settles into the box. First pitch, a slider, misses away, ball one. So Knights doing everything they can to put this game away. And that's a pop-up for Konerko. And that's not going to be able to advance Grandal. Anybody with average speed might have been able to go, but considering he's probably the slowest man on the planet, and Yadier Molina's like, hold my beer. So let's see here. We got a lefty in, so we're going to bring up. Well, I haven't used Carson Kelly a whole lot, even though he's an NL West and we don't really need it. I'm just, we'll go with Acuna. Haven't used him a whole lot either. Although when we have used him, he's hit well. 455, 1182 OPS. Yeah, he's hit well. That's an understatement. The first pitch to Acuna from Diekman with 2 outs here in the third. Fastball misses high and away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Hit to the third baseman. And throws over to first to retire the side. But we get some insurance as Monty Grandal has a double off the wall and Mike Trout hit a solo homer. So it's 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the third. It's all night here in Boston. Matt Barnes is going to be in the game. This is like his 30th appearance, so we pitched with him a lot. And he's playing down to a 79 currently, but that's all right. We're up 4-0. We should be okay. Christian Vasquez steps in. Here comes the first pitch. Over the inside corner with a fastball called strike 1. Barnes checks Grandal for the sign. And here comes the 0-1 delivery. Just misses high with a fastball. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 delivery. Knuckle curve, swung at and missed, and it's 1-2 now to Vasquez. Barnes gets the sign. The 2-strike pitch. Swings through a splitter, strike 3, and there's 1 out here in the third. That's going to bring a pinch hitter off the bench. Kevin Plawecki will be coming in to pinch hit for the pitcher, as it looks like his arms were kind of getting distorted there. That was looking nice. That's some great graphics there, SDS. That's real nice. First pitch to Plawecki. Swings through the splitter that was high and down the middle of the strike zone. That was not a good pitch selection, or pitch location anyway. The 0-1 swung through a high fastball, and it's 0-2 now. The 0-2 offering. Swings through a curveball, strike 3. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts so far for Matt Barnes, who's having a lovely time in his homecoming to Boston. So the leadoff man, Xander Bogaerts, steps in. Boston down to their final out. Barnes gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball over the inside corner, called strike 1. And the 0-1 delivery. Just misses low. Evens the count at 1-1. Thought that one caught the plate myself, but umpire didn't believe so. So it's 1-1 now. The Red Sox leadoff man. Curveball misses low. 2-1 now to Bogaerts. This is the first time any of my pitchers have really struggled with their control today, so we'll see what can happen here. Fouls off a fastball, and the Red Sox are down to their last strike in this game. The 2-2 pitch on its way from Barnes. Slow roller to Franco. Should do it. Across to first to Canerco, and that's the ball game. 4-0 win, and the Knights get the Red Sox stronghold. So we're one step closer to finishing the Conquest map. It's a 4-0 win at Boston. Oh, pardon me for a second.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Watch a little bit of the highlights there. So, and there's key takeaways from the game. Trout 2 for 2 with a homer and an RBI. Ricky Anderson 1 for 2 with a homer and an RBI. Lou Bob 2 for 2 with a double. Wander Franco 1 for 2 with a double. Chris Sale gets a win. Chris Sale gets a loss. Only in Diamond Dynasty can you have that. So exit the post game. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Knights. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Red Sox. So let's see what any rewards, no rewards. Well, that's a pooper. As you can see, I'm up to over. Finally got over 3,000 with AL Central, so we're getting there. We're 80% done with Face of the Franchise program. We're up over 3,500 with the AL East and up over 3,700 with the AL West. And then, of course, we got the NL Central to work on, and it's around 3,800. So we're really close to finishing up those portions of the faces a franchise program. There's some parallel upgrades. Let's see, anybody get any? Nobody's. Well, Canerco's kind of close to level 2. So, as you can see, I haven't used Acuna a whole lot, but he's about 2/3, about 60% of the way to getting his first parallel. Oh, well, we got a goal completed, so we get Didi Gregorius, so that's nice. Always good to get stubs and diamonds, so we can also get a prospect for capturing the entire AL East, plus another 500 stubs, that's good, and a hidden reward for the Orioles alternate, so that's alright. Alright. We'll go ahead and simulate that one. And then we'll go take on the Braves here. No sense playing on anything harder than rookie. You've got it available. Oh, pardon me. That was just rude. Same lineup. It's going to be Jared Weaver, Mr. Soft Tossing. But you can see we're taking on the Braves with Max Fried on the bump. So we'll see what happens this game. So my name's Rob. Thanks for coming in, checking out the stream. I do appreciate it. It's Wednesday morning. Just getting working on finishing up the US map on Conquest. We got about 6 strongholds to go, so we're not too far from finishing it up. And you got all that new content that dropped yesterday. I started working on some of the moments last night, and once we get done with the US map, we'll start working on the new NL Central map, I believe, or maybe the AL NL. I don't remember which. I'm having a senior moment. Leave me alone. Swings hard. Foul and out of play. So 0-1 from Free to Ricky. The 0-1 delivery. Slow roll to short. Henderson's got a shot. Throw. Just beats him by less than a step. Nice play by the shortstop Swanson. And there's 1 out for Lou Bob. He's actually struggling. He was batting .455, so he's down to .452. Slapped hard out into center. And it's going to drop in front of Acuna. So a 1 out single. And that brings up Evan Longoria. And we're going to try and steal second. Oh, that was a hanger, and I should have just mashed it, but since I was trying to steal, I let it go. Nice hanging curveball. I should have just crushed that. The 0-1. Fastball to knees. The 0-2 now to Longoria. Fried checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch. Misses way outside with a curveball. It looks like he doesn't have very good command of his curveball right now. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Longoria looking for something to drive. The 2-2 delivery. And it is driven all the way out of here back to Fulton County. And it's a 2-run blast for Longoria off the facade of the second deck. That was a booming shot, no doubt, for Longo. And it's 2-0 Knights here in the first. And that was a fastball up, and it got smoked. It was a no-doubter, and Longoria admires it as he trots down to first. See, bounced off the facade of the second deck, right off the Braves sign there. Well, just like that, it's 2-0 with Mike Trout stepping in. Out in front of that early curveball. He is hanging that curveball a lot right now. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Fastball over the inside corner. Counts 0-2 now to Trouty. The 0-2 delivery. A lazy fly ball out into center. Acuna's on his horse, and he gets there for out number 2. So, good recovery after the 2-run blast by Longoria, and that brings up Jazz Chisholm, who's down to 381. But he does have 14 homers, so. First pitch to Chisholm. Slider drops in there at the belt for strike 1. Didn't think it was going to catch his own, but it wound up coming back. Fastball misses down and in. 1-1 to count now. Fried looking to limit the damage. Fastball at the knees, called strike 2. That was a nice pitch. Here comes the 1-2 offering from Fried. Hammered foul down the right side. Just a bit early, and it's still 1-2 to Chisholm. 16th pitch on its way. Low and in the dirt. Counts even at 2-2. Fried gets the sign from Darno, and the 2-2 pitch just misses again, and it's full. Wander Franco lurking on deck. Here comes the payoff delivery. He hits it out to right. Right fielder's back. He looks up, and it is gone. Say hello to the Chop House, and it's 3-0 Knights. With a wall scraper, it didn't get all the way to the Chop House, but it got out into the Chop House area. So 3-0 as Chisholm blasts a solo shot on a 3-2 pitch. Fried's given up a pair of homers in this inning. So Wander Franco steps in now. First pitch from Fried. Fastball up. Don't think he got all of it. And nope, left fielder's back and squeezes it for the third out. So Fried gets out of the inning, but he gives up 3 on a pair of homers. Albies, Riley, and Acuna due up in the bottom half. Jared Weaver going to be taking the bump for the Knights. First pitch to Ozzie Albies. Misses high with a fastball. Ball 1. So last night, usually one of the nights that I'm not real fond of watching baseball because it's the Royals playing the Cardinals. They're basically my two teams. I'm a Missouri boy. I'm going to root for both of them. I grew up over north of St. Louis, and I've always had family in Kansas City, and I've always liked both teams. Now, don't tell me I can't like both because I can, and I do. So, it is what it is. But I hate it when the Royals play the Cardinals. It's just because I like both teams. Now, granted, the Royals are my first team. I will root for them over everybody. So just keep that in mind. But I do like the Cardinals too. But back in '85 when the Royals and Cardinals played, back when I was in high school, yes, I'm old. I know. I've said it before. I am old. I own that. But back when I was going to high school, I was probably the only kid in the school with Royals gear on during the World Series, and I took a lot of crap. The looper out there to center. Oh, and Franco drops it. It hits off the heel of his glove, and it's going to be an error, I would think. No, they gave him a hit. Wow, that's generous scoring. That should have been an error because he was there to make the play. So Albies gets on with a leadoff single. That's all right. Austin Riley, and only Austin Riley. All right, first pitch to Riley. Strike over the inside corner at the belt. 0-1 to the third sacker for the Braves. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Check the runner at first. Slider just misses, evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 delivery to Riley. Curveball drops in there at the knees, called strike 2, and it's 1-2 now. Yep. Slider away, see if he chases. Swings through a slider, strike 3. I was like, either he's going to get a slow roller, maybe get a double play, or he's going to miss it. And he missed it, so we got 1 out with Acuna up. Got to be careful with Acuna. He is a superstar of legitimate makings. He is one of those guys that you just love to watch. It was such a bummer last year when he got injured. That was just so disheartening to see. He is a very fun player to watch. He's just that good. And there's a lot of really good players that are coming up. And there's a whole new crop of them this year. One of them on the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. You got Spencer Torkelson with Detroit. You got Julio Rodriguez with Seattle. I mean, there are some outstanding young players coming up. And, you mix and match those with guys like Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani and, Ronald Acuna. there is some outstanding talented baseball players out there. And they are absolutely a joy to watch. Swings through strike 3, and there's 2 away. So I love watching baseball. But since I'm on YouTube, I can't watch I have YouTube TV, so I don't have, like standard traditional cable. So YouTube TV does not have a deal with the Royals or Bally Sports, which is all of annoying. Gonna try to get second, and he is in there just ahead of the throw. So stolen base. So I cannot watch the Royals. Wasn't able to watch them at all last year. So, but I'm not going back to traditional cable because it was always crap. It was always overpriced. You can't pick what you want. You have to take exactly what they give you. And I'd prefer to rather go to YouTube and pay, all right, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is how much I'm going to pay. So, one of the sacrifices is I'm not going to be able to watch the Royals. And that's a bummer, but it is what it is. All right, the first pitch to Olsen. Slider, fouled off. It's 0-2. Wasn't the first pitch, so 0-2 now to Olsen. Might want to pay attention to what I'm doing. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Circle change, just misses the outside corner. 1-2 now to the cleanup man for the Braves. Recently acquired stud first baseman. Got him from Oakland in that big trade in the offseason that really pushed Freddie Freeman to the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, but here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that retires the side. So the stolen base doesn't come back to haunt tonight. So we've got 7, 8, 9 due up here in the second with Grandal, Canerco, and Weaver. And Darren O'Day gets the call from the bullpen. Lovely. I do not like facing Darren O'Day. He just absolutely drives me crazy. Now, I can hit him, but it's just hitting 350 with a 1201 OPS for Grandal. Batting lefty against the right-handed throwing O'Day. First pitch to Yasmani. Little lazy fly ball to left. He's over and squeezes it for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. So not exactly patient hitting right there. But it is what it is. So Canerco steps in against O'Day, and I need to get somebody up in the pin because I'm going to be pinch hitting. So I don't want to have a pitch or another pitch right to the third baseman. That was not good. So 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the second. And, well, we'll go with Kyle Tucker this time. Get somebody up in the pin. We'll get Ryan Presley up. He's one of my newer guys on the squad. So we're going to have to take one here. Otherwise, it's going to be a 3-pitch inning. So I'm definitely taking. And, hey, look at that. Ball outside. So it's going to be at least a 4-pitch inning. The 1-0 delivery from O'Day to Tucker on its way. Sinker catches the outside corner at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. O'Day comes set. And the pitch. Another sinker at the knees. Counts 1-2 now. I think I'm being too patient. But, I probably wasn't going to do a whole lot with pitches in that location anyway. And threw it the same way. So slapped it back up the middle. It got to the wall, and that's going to be a 2-out double. And the top of the lineup up with Ricky Henderson stepping in. He grounded out his first time. He threw me the same pitch 3 times in a row. Well, the same location anyway. Wasn't the same pitch because a couple of them were sinkers and that last one was a fastball. But he threw 3 times in the same location. And I just put it right back up the middle. The 0-1. Back up the middle. Swanson's over a couple steps. In the dirt, and he's dropped it first, so he gets the first on the error. So what should have been out of the inning, they now have runners at the corners for the dangerous Lubob. O'Day's got to be steaming on the mound after that error by the shortstop Swanson. Horrible throw over to first. Fastball over the inside corner, called strike one. So it's 3-0 here in the second. Runners at the corners for the Knights. O'Day looking to limit. Late swing. Boy, I must have just been napping on that. So it's 0-2 now. I swung after the ball was in the glove at that point. My goodness. Foul down the third base line. Count stays 0-2. Henderson takes his lead from first. The runner at third. Swings a slider and strike three, and that was a horrible at bat. So we've got Duvall, Rosario, and Swanson due up for the Braves. And we're going to bring in Ryan Presley. Yes, because I do not want a position player to be pitching. So go ahead and end the warm-up. And we're going to go ahead and get Kendall Graveman up. First pitch to Duvall, called strike. There's the 0-1 delivery from Presley. Swings through a slider, strike two. And it's 0-2 to the 5-hole hitter for the Braves. The 0-2 offering. Swings through a fastball, strike three. And that was not where I wanted that pitch to be. I had that aimed up and inside, and I was right down the middle at the knees. That was not a good pitch. Got away with it, but it was not a good pitch. The only reason we got away with it is because we're on rookie level playing on this Conquest game. If that was up on Hall of Fame or something, that one probably would have been boom over the wall. Here comes the 1-0 or the 0-1 pitch to Rosario, the World Series hero last year. And the pitch swings through the slider, and it's 2 down here in the second. Brings up the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. First pitch. Fastball over the outside corner, strike one. Presley gets a sign from Grandal, the 0-1 delivery. Slapped foul down the first baseline. It's 0-2 now. And we'll see if we can't get him to chase this slider. Fouls it off, got too much of the plate. The count remains 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Hard down the third baseline, but foul. And he's making Presley work here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just misses with the slider on the corner. It counts 1-2 now. Good take there by Swanson. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Just misses over the inside corner, and the count is even at 2. Swanson having a good at bat here, making Presley work. Here comes a 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that finally hits the out. A good at bat by Swanson, but he wound up striking out in the end. And that is going to bring in Luke Jackson out of the pen. 6'2" righty. 6 year. Pardon me.
Back here at the ballpark, new inning getting started. And now
getting all choked up about it right there. Sorry about that. First pitch from Jackson to Longoria. It was high slider, and Longo just missed it. It's a lazy fly ball to center. Acuna squeezes it for the first out here in the third. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Jackson. And that brings up Mike Trout, who flew out his first time up. Jackson gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball misses low, ball 1. So they're probably going to pitch carefully to the superstar slugger. Fastball up and away, 2-0 now to Trout. Jackson gets the sign, the 2-0 pitch. Slider high, I should have crushed that, but I wasn't looking for a slider up. So 2-1 now. And Trout says, I'm not going to miss that one, as that ball goes way out into the Fulton County night. And a solo blast for Trout, and that makes it 4-0. Sorry about that. Just getting all choked up about all this offense that the Knights are doing. So 440 plus and a crush shot for Trout. Slider right down the middle to Chisholm. It's 0-1. High fastball laced into the right field corner. Right fielder's there, but Chisholm's going to hustle into second with a 1-out double. I can't speak right now, apparently. Wander Franco steps in, the switch hitting shortstop. Jackson checks and delivers. Fastball taken at the belt, called strike one. Chisholm takes his lead, the 0-1 pitch. Hammered down the right side, it drops in. Ooh, did it stay fair? Pardon me. Yes, it did stay fair, so it's a double. And an RBI at that. Grandal steps in against Newcomb. So we got Franco on second, Grandal at the plate, 1 out, the 0-1 pitch to Grandal. It's not lazy fly ball, it's a fly ball to center. The runner's going to try and get to third. Nice throw by Acuna. And he almost threw out Franco at third there from nearly at the wall. That gives you a pretty good example of how good Acuna's arm is. First pitch to Konerko, way outside. All right, we're going to call timeout here for a second. In case I do get on base with him. All right, we do have somebody up, so we have him ready and waiting. Not going to schedule him to put him in. We'll have him ready and waiting just in case Konerko gets a base hit or gets on base somehow. Oh, and he blasts it to left. Left fielder's back. He's looking up, and it is gone. A 2-run blast for Konerko. And home run number 7 for Paulie Boy. And it's a big 7-0 lead here for the Knights. Wasn't expecting Paulie Baseball to get a home run there, but they left that ball up, and he did not miss it. All right, so since we're in Atlanta, might as well use Acuna. And Sean Newcomb just got nuked. Fastball over the inside corner, called strike one. So nobody on, 2 outs. 7-0 here for the Knights. And Acuna fouls one back, and it counts 0-2. Just missed that fastball. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Newcomb. Lazy fly ball to right. He's out in right center, waiting for it, and squeezes it for the 3rd out. But Knights add on to their lead, 7-0. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. Darno, pitcher spot, and Albies due up for the Braves. And we bring in Kendall Graveman, who is the lowest rated reliever on the squad currently at a silver. So just kind of skip through the warm-up. Travis Darno steps in. Backstop for the Braves. First pitch from Graveman. Fouls off the fastball, and it's 0-1. Just a bit late on that pitch. And here comes the 0-1 delivery to Darno. Late on the fastball again, 0-2 now. If I was smart, I'd probably throw another fastball, but I'm going to throw a curveball here. Fouls off the curveball. He was late on the curveball too, so. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sinker over the outside corner, called strike 3. And that's a strikeout looking. Alex Dickerson will be the pinch hitter. Apparently I need to get something to drink. My voice is just going bleh. So I apologize for that. First pitch to Dickerson. Swings through a fastball low, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 offering from Graveman. Fouls off a fastball. Again, that was nowhere near where I was aiming it. If I was playing on a higher level, I'd probably be getting my butt blasted as poorly as I've been locating some of these pitches. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Graveman. Hammered foul down the left side, or down the right side. Well out of play. Here comes the 0-2 delivery to Dickerson.
And a pitch.
Swings through a slider, strike three, and there's two away here in the third. So that wasn't the best locating the pitches, but being on rookie level, we can kind of get away with it.
It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of
So with 2 outs, Ozzie Albies steps in as a final hope for the Atlanta Braves here today, trying to hang on to their stronghold. First pitch to Ozzie. Sinker at the knees, called strike one. And the 0-1 delivery. Swings through a circle change, and they're down to their final strike on the day. So, we're going to try a slider in, see if we can get him chase. Fouls it off as it was left out over the plate. Again, bad location. Not pitching well at all today. Getting away with it, but lazy fly ball to left. Henderson glides over, settles under, and squeezes it for the final out. So it was a 7-0 nail biter. Yeah, we got the shutout, but can't really be pleased with the way we were pitching, especially on rookie level. Far too many poorly located pitches, but get a 7-0 win. You can't complain a whole lot, but just can't be satisfied with that, especially when you start playing on the higher levels. So, but as an offline player, I don't have to worry about that a whole lot. Although I am going to try and do some online stuff, do some ranked, and I played an event game last night and got a win. Guy was starting to do the R2 bunt dance, whatever, and I was just like, seriously, dude. I was like, come on. So, but anyway, there's our notables. Chisholm 2 for 2 with a homer, a double, and RBI. Longoria with a homer and 2 RBI. Konerko with a homer and 2 RBI. Trout with a homer and 2 RBI. I'm sensing a homer and an RBI, rather. I'm sensing a theme here. Homer, 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 homer. Just call me Simpson. Dope! So exit, confirm exit. And the only hit for the Braves was the leadoff single of the game by Ozzie Albies. Oh, we almost finished the AL West. We are 9 points away from finishing the AL West. So then we can concentrate on the AL East, AL Central, and NL Central. And like I said, the NL Central is up to 3,800, so they're not that far away from being finished either. Any parallel upgrades getting close? Longoria is almost to a 1. Konerko is almost to a 2. Just 72 points away. Kyle Tucker's getting pretty close to a 2, so I'm getting there. Philly's alternate uni. That is a sweet uni. I always liked that uni, even though I didn't like them when they were using them because they beat the Royals when they were playing in those unis. Stop it. Pete Rose and his grab of a foul pop that came out of Bob Boone's mitt. Yes, I'm still disgusted by that. Leave me alone. So, but there we go. So we got that win. Pop up here, do a quick sim of that. Quick sim of that. Quick sim of that. And then we'll take on the Red Sox here. So, now if this was like mini seasons, I could, I would have to use different pitchers, but since it's Conquest, I don't have to. I can use the same pitchers over and over and over unless I just don't want to. So, but I try to mitigate that by actually trying to use them like a rotation, but you don't have to, which is the one downside of Conquest. If you want to make it, I think if they want to make it better, they would have it like, almost like mini seasons does, where you have to, or like franchise, where you have to have a rotation. You have to be selective with who you pitch with, because hey, this guy's tired. You can't use him today. But maybe they don't want to do that for all the the regular Conquest. I get that. Maybe they could do that for Extreme. Maybe that's an idea they could do. You know, I don't think it would be that hard to code it. You know, the stamina is already in the game. They have it in mini seasons. So, but be that as it may, it is what it is. So it's going to be a night game at Boston. Here at the Yard. Here at Fenway Park.
Ready for action from Fenway Park.
I probably should change it to a day game here on the next one we play. So Ricky Henderson steps in, Tanner Houck on the bump. The first pitch to the A's Hall of Famer. Slider misses low and away, ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Houck. Over to the third baseman, Devers. Gobbles it up and throws Henderson out at first. 5-3 on your scorecard. And 1 up, 1 down for the Knights as Lou Bob steps in. Got his average back up to 455 after that last game. Fastball at the knees, called strike one. And the 0-1 delivery to Lou Bob. Fastball just misses high. Counts even at 1-1. So we'll see what we can do here. The 1-1 delivery from Houck. A little late on that fastball. Counts 1-2. So we got 1-2 to count here. What's Houck gonna do? Fouls off a fastball. The count remains 1-2. My name's Rob. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. The 1-2 delivery. Just misses low. That was a borderline pitch. Could have won either way, and it's 2-2 now to Lou Bob. Houck sets. Gets the call. Slapped hard to short. One hopper. And it's over to first. Retires Lou Bob on a 6-3 putout. And there's 2 away for Evan Longoria. So we'll see what happens here. Another Royals-Cardinals game today, so I'm not thrilled about that. It's days like this where I'm glad I can't watch the Royals, because I really don't like watching them play the Cardinals. Me and my buddy learned a long time ago that we don't want to watch them together. So, it's just one of us is going to be annoyed, and that drops, and it's going to be a double. He made a long run, couldn't quite get there. So it's a 2-out double for Longoria, and Mike Trout steps in. But like I said, me and my buddy learned a long time ago that we don't like watching the Cardinals and Royals play each other, because one of us is going to be upset. So either he's going to be upset because the Royals are winning because he's a big Cardinals fan, or I'm going to be upset because the Cardinals are winning because I'm a big Royals fan. So, but we both like both teams. But just, his first team's the Cardinals, mine first team is the Royals, obviously. Slammed hard. It's going to go off the Green Monster for an RBI double for Mike Trout, and it's 1-0 here in the first. As Trout, oh no, they call him out. I thought he was in there. I want a replay of that. I thought he was in. So the run comes across. Let's see that again. There it is. It's high off the Monster. Played perfectly by the left fielder. Is he touching him there? I guess technically he was out, but I thought he was in there. That was a bummer of a call there. But an absolutely perfect play by the left fielder to get it into the infield. So that was thought it was a RBI double. Instead it's just an RBI single and thrown out trying to advance. The run does count, but that was a heck of a play by the Red Sox left fielder. First pitch from Casimir to Bogarts. That's a bummer. I thought that was going to be an RBI double. That was a very well played animation there. That was probably one of the best animations I've seen in this game. That was pretty impressive. Lazy pop up out there, short right field. Chisholm's there, squeeze it for out number 1. So leadoff man's retired. That brings up Alex Verdugo. Gonna face Scott Casimir here in the first. First pitch to Verdugo. Still shaking my head about that play to end the first. Wow, that was really, really an impressive play. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Slapped down the third baseline foul, and it's 0-2 now. To Verdugo. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Casimir. Called strike 3. The sinker catches the inside corner at the knees. Strike 3. And there's 2 away for Rafael Devers, the Red Sox third baseman. First pitch to Rafi. And no, not the Rafi off of Picard. Also known as Jeffries off of Law & Order SVU. Yeah, from back around the first couple seasons, yep, she was on there. Here comes a 1-1 delivery from Casimir. Can Chisholm get him? Throws over to first, gets Devers by a couple steps. A nice play, even though it was a little silly, but we'll take it. To the top of the second we go, 1-0. And we got Sawamura being called out of the pen for the Red Sox. Chisholm steps in, 31 RBIs. He's first on the team in RBIs, so that's pretty impressive. Fastball to knees, called strike 1 to the nice second baseman. The 0-1 delivery just misses outside with a fastball. Counts even at 1-1. Red Sox pitcher really just taking the ball and going. Misses high with a slider. 2-1 now. Looking for something to drive. Give me something to drive. And that wasn't it. It was a fastball, but it was down. Pounded into the ground to second. Over to first for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And that brings up Wander Franco, the switch hitting shortstop for the Knights. Batting a robust .373. Sawamura gets the sign and the pitch. Franco bombs it down the right side. It curls around the pesky pole, and it is gone. Solo blast for Franco. And that doubles the Knights' lead to 2-0 now. I feel like in years past, a lot of these home runs that are going right down the line would have hooked foul. That's a foul ball by Grandal. I can't quantify it. I'm just going by anecdotal evidence, but I have a feeling that a lot of those home runs that are going down the line definitely would have been foul balls in previous years of the show. Doesn't mean they would have been. They possibly couldn't have been, but it's just something that I feel like it probably was the case. But it's good to see the ones that go down the line and stay fair instead of always hooking foul. Canerco gets a hold of it, but it's right to the left fielder, and that retires the side. But the Knights get another run on the solo blast by Franco. To the bottom half of the second we go. 2-0. Knights. We'll get somebody up in the pen. We're going to get Rivera up. First pitch to Story. Fastball over the outside corner, called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery from Casimir. Changeup catches the outside corner at the belt. 0-2. Not where I was aiming it. So poor location again, but getting away with it. And here comes the 0-2 offering to Story. Swings through a high fastball, strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 out. That brings up J.D. Martinez for the Red Sox. And we'll go ahead and challenge him here. We haven't done a whole lot of high fast. Wow, that was not the challenge pitch I wanted, but that was right down the middle. Just screaming hit me. Like I said, I have not been locating well on the hole. Fastball at the belt, called strike 2, and it's 0-2 now to the slugging outfielder for the Red Sox. And here comes the 0-2 offering to J.D. Martinez. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the changeup, and it's 2 up, 2 down. 6 strikes here in the inning. And that brings up the first baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. So Scott Kazmir looking good overall. Still having those, myself, still having those issues with locating pitches. Again, not putting it where I want it. Takes it for a called strike, so it's 0-1, but it's definitely not where I wanted that pitch to be. I'm catching far too much of the plate. Again, if this was a higher level, those would be getting hammered, I believe. That's a fastball up and in for a called strike 2, so it's an 0-2 delivery to Bobby Dahlbeck. Got a chance for an immaculate inning, I guess. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Kazmir. That's finally a good hit there, called strike 3. I finally actually located where I wanted. So to the top of the third we go. Knights up 2-0. New pitcher Ryan Brazier steps in for the Red Sox. Just love the name. Just call me Bra. You know, he didn't take any crap growing up as a kid. All right, Benintendi, we'll see what you can do here. All right, so let's get somebody. We got Mariano up. We're going to be ready and waiting and schedule him to put in the game. So Benintendi steps in, the former Red Sox. Came to the Royals last season, in an off-season trade, and performed well for Kansas City. Takes a called strike 1, the 0-1 delivery. Benintendi pops it up, out into right. Right fielder's drifting back and squeezes it for the first out. So that brings up Ricky Henderson, who grounded out his first time up. He's taking on the Bra, baby. Ricky gets under, it's out left center, left fielder's drifting back and catches it just in front of the track for out number 2. So I thought he got a bit more of that than he wound up getting, but that brings up Lou Bob, who grounded out his first time up. Brazier trying to keep it a 2-0 game. He slaps it out in the right center. And he's going to put on the brakes after a big turn. Retreats to first. A 2-out single for Lou Bob, and that brings up Evan Longoria. First pitch to Longoria, fastball down the middle, called strike 1. Pitcher checks the runner at first, and the 0-1 delivery. Pitch out, nothing doing. That evens the count at 1-1 after the pitch out. Checks Lou Bob at first. The pitch to Longoria. Hit hard down the third base line, just inside the bag, and that's going to get the runner around to third, maybe. Slides in safely, so it's first and third with 2 outs for Mike Trout. Got that just inside the line at third. Curveball bounced in the other batter's box, but smothered by the catcher, so it's 1-0 to Trout. Runners at the corners. Slider just misses, 2-0 now. Looking for something to hammer. And he crushed it. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Yes, a 3-run blast by Trout. And boom, his 6th since joining the team. He's only been here for about a week's, a week's worth of games total. And he just crushed that one over the monster. And it's 6-0 now. Or 5-0 rather, excuse me. His 6th homer makes it 5-0 here in the third. Gets a little bit of more insurance on the board for us, and that's always a good thing. The 1-0 pitch to Chisholm from Darwinson Hernandez. Fastball to knees, called strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1 here. Chisholm looking to extend the inning. Fastball misses up and in. 2-1 now the count. Kaz looking for his first hit today.
straighten him up a little bit. So he
Little lazy pop up in the center. Can the center fielder get there? Yes, it hangs up and squeezes it for the third out. But the Knights get 3 extra runs on a 3-run shot by Trout over the green monster in left. The bottom half of the third we go. 5-0 Knights. Mo gets the call in from the pen. Been kind of middling, actually, with a 1.84 ERA, so. And he's got 2 blown saves. Very un-Mo-like. So we're going to skip the warm-ups. Enrique Hernandez steps in to face the Yankees legend. Matter of fact, he's the only player in the Hall of Fame that got a unanimous vote from the Baseball Writers Association. Got 100% of the vote. Wow, what are you doing? That was absolutely atrocious. I forgot how to pitch for a minute there. Popped up. Grandal's there. Squeezes it in foul territory for the first out here in the third. But that first pitch was just like, I don't know how to pitch. All right. Here comes slow roller to third. Longoria's got it. Crow hop over to first. Canerco squeezes it for out number 2. And the Red Sox are down to their final out as Kevin Plawecki will come out of the dugout to pinch hit for the pitcher. First pitch from Mo. Cutter just misses the outside corner. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses up and in. 2-0 to the pinch hitter. 2 outs here in the third. Knights trying to take over this Boston Red Sox stronghold. The 2-0 pitch. Fouls off the cutter down the first baseline. Count becomes 2-1 now. 2-1 delivery. Fly ball out to center. Trout's on his horse. He's over there and squeezes it in the right or left center to retire the side, and that's the ball game. The Knights win 5-0 on the power of that 3-run homer by Trout and some excellent pitching by Scott Kazmir. So they take that Boston Red Sox stronghold. Longoria with the boom stick in the first. And we'll skip the highlights. We got a 3-run shot by Trout. We got a solo shot by Wander. We got a 2 for 2 with a double by Longoria. Lubov at 1 for 2. Still can't talk. Scott Kazmir, 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. So that's a good pitching performance there. So can't complain about that at all. What time is it? Oh, we got time for probably one more. Then I got to start getting ready to go head into work for my class. So we'll see what happens. So Kazmir, 13-0, 1.24 ERA. So face of the franchise program. So that probably should take care of the AL West. Now the AL West is done. All right. So I'm going to mark that off. The AL East is up to 39-36, so that's not going to be very long before that one's done. And the AL Central is pretty close too. So we're plugging away at this, plugging away. And there's some more of the parallel upgrades. Longoria is almost a parallel 1. Franco's about 2/3 of the way to parallel 2. Mariano's about 80% of the way to parallel 2. So we're getting there. Chisholm's halfway to a parallel 3. Yasmani Grandal's just getting started on a parallel 3. Canerco's almost to a parallel 2. So we're getting there. New York Mets alternative. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to steal fans, and I'm not going to steal fans because there's no point. Skip that. Skip to reinforce. So the last 4 we've got are to play the Braves. So the last 4 strongholds are all Brave strongholds. So So we'll go ahead and get a couple of them set up. There's one. So we're playing the Braves no matter what we do. So, all right. So that's my US Conquest map. Conquest map. Spit it out. It's so easy to talk. It really is. I tell you. So we are almost finished with the U.S. map. So it's been a grind, but it's been fun. So the gameplay is pretty fun, especially when you have those little moments like the animation on that play from the outfield with Trout that last game. That was really really well done. Tip my hat to SDS on that. That's one of those things that makes you go, wow, I really like this game. So, but we're gonna play this one. I'm gonna put on rookie. No sense doing anything else. No, let's go here. We'll put it at 1 o'clock instead of nighttime. So, and I don't want partly cloudy. We'll just put clear skies. And Emerson Hancock. And there's the lineup we've been using. I probably should adjust the lineup considering I don't really need to use AL West anymore, but there's one of those Central players in there. So we'll get it. We're close enough with those. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So, see if we can't take this Atlanta Braves stronghold, and then we'll have 3 left. And I'll probably wind up getting those finished before my next stream, but Friday will be the next stream. If you care to check it out, I would appreciate it if you would. My name's Rob. This is a 50-plus KC Gaming channel on YouTube. So 22 RBIs for Ricky, 3rd on the team. And Husker Yanoa. I barely know her. Lazy fly ball to left center. The left fielder's over and squeezes it on a nice running grab in the gap. So 1 up, 1 down. That brings up Lou Bob. 457. Magnum. Oh, that's 357. First pitch to Lou Bob. Slider over the inside corner, called strike 1. I really need to work on being more patient. And as I say that, I swing at the very next pitch. So, that's part of my problem. Evan Longoria hitting 545. So 2 outs here for Longo. It gets the sign from Darno. First pitch to Longo. And that's going to be an out. And just like that, a 4-pitch inning. Like I said, I'm not being very patient right now. So Emerson Hancock on the mound. As Chris Berman would probably call him. Emerson, Lake, and Palmer Hancock. Here comes the first pitch to Albies. Slider just misses low, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball right down the pipe at the belt. Even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 offering. Circle change just misses the outside corner. Counts 2-1 now to the Braves leadoff man. Here comes a 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss at a sinker. Counts even at 2-2 now. Hancock gets a sign from Grandal. The 2-2 pitch to Ozzie Albies. Fouls off the fastball. Count remains 2-2. So trying to get this Brave stronghold here. The 2-2 offering. Fouls off the sinker. Making him work here. Will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here for Ozzie. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouls off another fastball. Count remains 2-2. 8th pitch coming up here. All right, see if we can't get him chase this slider. Fouls it off. Count stays 2-2. He's making Hancock work here.
off tough pitches.
The 2-2 offering. Fouls it back.
Just missed. If he's able to
And this is going to be a 10-pitch minimum at bat. So here comes 2-2 pitch again. Fouls off a sinker. And the changeup misses low one outside. It's a full count. As Austin Riley, and only Austin Riley, is waiting on deck. Yes, a My Cousin Vinny reference. Fouls off another fastball. My goodness, this at bat is going to take forever. Fouls off another. Fouls off a circle change right down the middle. This is just getting hilarious at this point. Payout pitch swings through a sinker, strike three. It only took 15 pitches to get Ozzie Albies out. A 15 pitch at bat to start the bottom half of the first. Slider misses outside, ball one. So, leadoff man doing what a leadoff man should do, make the pitcher work. I don't have a problem with that. Do have a problem when it's me. Called strike. As the check swing was called a strike by the third base umpire. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Austin Riley. Swings through a slider, strike two. And here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 strikeouts now. Hancock with a much quicker bat that time against Riley. That brings up Ronald Acuna. I really hope he gets back to play, soon in real life, because it was just so sad seeing him get injured last year. He is such a wonderful player to watch. He has such joy and such passion for the game, and just seeing him get hurt like that last year and having to miss out on the Braves World Series was just it was really a shame. It really was. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That doesn't mean I want him to do well here, though. I do want to get him out here, but here comes the 1-2 offering. Just misses the bottom of the zone with a slider, and it counts 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch to Acuna. Swing and a miss, strike three. So he does strike out the side, but it took him about 25 pitches after that 15 pitch at bat by Albies to start off the inning. Darren O'Day. My buddy has his nemesis of Nico Goodrum and Heimer Candelario and, some other guys. Darren O'Day is definitely one of my nemesis. So, let's see. We're going to get somebody up in the pen. We're going to get, we'll get a Aroldis Chapman up. So, Mike Trout steps in, batting .452. Day gets set, takes the sign from Darnell, and the pitch. Slider at the corner. Strike one, as I struggle to speak yet again. The 0-1 pitch to Trout is on its way. This is high with a fastball, evens the count at 1-1. So being a little more patient this at bat. Of course, I almost have to be patient with O'Day, because I have to really read him in order to hit him. That's hammered into left, and it stays up just enough for the left fielder to come in and get it on the run. So 1 out for Jazz Chisholm. So it figures this is probably going to be a long extra inning game, and I won't be able to stick around to do it. Just the way it works, I guess. Slider down in the zone, ball one. Chisholm looking for his first hit today. Of course, it's his first at bat, so yes, it would be his first hit. Under obvious, see obvious. Pops up the fastball. And the right fielder squeezes it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Not doing a good bit of batting yet, so. Wander Franco, the switch hitting shortstop for the night, steps in, hitting .383. O'Day gets a sign from Darnell in the first pitch. Slider at the knees, called strike one. I just hate Darren O'Day. I really do. Nothing personal against the man, but as a pitcher, he just drives me absolutely batty. Counts even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Franco from O'Day. Fouls off the slider and it counts 1-2. So just checking out some what's going to happen here. The 1-2 pitch. Can Franco get a hit, extend this inning? Probably not. And over to O'Day covering for the out. So 3 up, 3 down in the second. Bottom half we go. Olsen, Duvall, and Rosario due up for the Braves. This is probably my worst hitting game of the bunch so far. And that brings up Matt Olson. Don't know how long Hancock is going to go in this inning, but with pitches like that, it won't be very long. My goodness. The 0-1 delivery. Swings through another slider, and it's 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Hancock. Fouls off the fastball, and the count stays at 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Swings through a high changeup, strike three. Thank you for missing that, as that was yet another poorly located pitch. It's his fourth strikeout of the day, but I feel like he's really struggling. He hasn't given up a hit yet, but he's really struggling. Of course, part of that's that 15 pitch at bat with Albies to start the game. Yeah, and he's out of energy, and I'm not going to. We'll go ahead and bring Chapman in. The 0-1 from Chapman. Fastball over the inside corner. The count's 0-2 now to Duvall. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Swings through the splitter, strike three, and there's 2 away here in the second. That brings up Eddie Rosario. Here comes the first pitch to Rosario. Swings through a fastball, strike one. The 0-1. Fastball down the pipe, strike two. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes. And we'll see if we can't get him to chase the splitter. And he does, but I left it up and he hammered it, but foul down the left or down the right field line. So again, a poorly located pitch on my part. So we'll try the splitter again. Left it up and he drilled it out to right, but Robert's there. And he squeezes it for the 3rd out. So I just, again, not pitching well, but getting away with it because I'm on a lower level. If I was playing online, those pitches would be going over the wall. That brings up Yasmani Grandal. So let's get somebody up in the pen. We'll get Devin Williams up. I don't think we've used him yet today. Luke Jackson in for the Braves. The first pitch to the Grandal. Fastball to knees, called strike one. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Misses low with a fastball. Counts even at 1-1 to Grandal. Batting .344 on the year. Fastball misses up and in. 2-1 to count now to the Knights backstop. 2-1 delivery. Just catches the top of the zone for call strike two. I don't agree. The count's 2-2 now. Swings through a slider or curveball, an off-speed pitch of some sort, and gets thrown out at first. To complete the play, that brings up Paul Konerko. First pitch to Paulie. It's right down the pipe, and he doesn't quite get enough of it as Acuna glides over to squeeze it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 3rd. All right, Kyle Tucker, it's going to be all up to you. All we need is 1 run, Tucker. Yes, I know entirely too much obscure stuff from the 70s and 80s and 90s. But, and that was a horrible swing. There was no reason to swing at that. So I just waste that at bat. And that retires the side. So to the bottom half of the 3rd we go. Still tied at 0. Devin Williams is going to come in. All right. So First pitch to Swanson from Devin Williams. Fouls off a fastball. Strike one. The 0-1 delivery to Dansby. Swings through a fastball. Strike two. 0-2 for the Knights closer. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Swings through a cutter. Strike three. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Gotta love that. Brings up the backstop for the Braves. Travis d'Arnaud. First pitch from Williams on its way. Fastball over the inside corner. Called strike one. Here comes the 0-1 delivery from Devin. Changeup just misses the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch to Travis. Swings through a fastball. Strike two. And it's 1-2 now. Let's see if we can't get him to chase this cutter away. The 1-2 delivery. Swings and misses at the cutter, down and away. And that's 2 strikeouts for Williams. And the pinch hitter is going to be Alex Dickerson. 66 contact, 72 power, 64 vision, 45 speed. And here comes the first pitch to Dickerson. Fastball again. Not quite where I was wanting it. It wasn't horribly placed, but it was not quite where I was wanting it. The 0-1 delivery to Dickerson from Williams. Cutter catches the corner at the knees, and it counts 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Williams. Screwball over the outside corner, called strike three, and that retires the side. So we're going to go to extra innings. Like I called it, we're going to go extra innings. And Sean Newcomb's going to come in the game, the left-hander out of the pen, the 6'5" southpaw. Hefty fella at 255 pounds. So we're going to need to get somebody up in the bullpen. We'll get Dibble up. All right, so then we're going to need to substitute on the base paths because I am not going to have Williams running. Let's see here, speed. 78. We'll go with Acuna. He's a high speed. We don't really need him to steal. We just need to make sure we have good speed out there on the base paths instead of a pitcher. So Ricky Henderson steps in. Got a chance to give us the lead for the first time today. Curveball misses high and in. Ball one from Newcomb to Ricky. Checks the runner. The 1-0 pitch. Hard to short. Oh, and it's bobbled by Swanson, and Ricky is going to make it to first on the E6. So we got first and second, nobody out for Lou Bob, who flew out his first time up. That was looking like it was going to be an easy 6-3 putout. Fastball down the middle, called strike one, but Swanson bobbled it, so we've got first and second, nobody out here in extra innings. Oh, just out in front of that cutter. That probably would have traveled a long way if we'd have been able to time it. Curveball misses inside. 1-2 now to Lou Bob. Newcomb checks the runners. The pitch. Misses high and away, and it counts even at 2-2. A little bit of a struggle here for Newcomb after the error by Swanson. Misses high and away, and the count is full. Evan Longoria lurking on deck for the Knights. The payoff pitch to Lou Bob. And he misses high. That's a walk, and the bases are juiced. Nobody out. And Evan Longoria steps in, batting .625 with runners in scoring position. So, bases juiced, nobody out. And he gets a hold of it. Is it going to stay fair? No! He pulls it just foul. He was just early. So, a loud strike number one. Cutter just misses his own, evens the count at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 delivery from Newcomb. And he's hammered it the other way. It's going to be it's off the wall. And it might score two. Here comes the runner. Slides in safely. A 2-run double for Evan Longoria. And just like that, the Knights are just moments away from securing this Atlanta stronghold. Even though we had to go to extra innings in order to get to this point. Mike Trout steps in against A.J. Minter. Cutter over the outside corner, called strike one. cutter, four-seam, circle change. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Oh, swung at a cutter inside and it counts 0-2. That was a horrible swing by Trouty, i.e. me. Trouty wouldn't do that. The 0-2 delivery. Fouls off another cutter. Just got a piece of it. Count remains 0-2. He's throwing nothing but cutters so far. Fourth cutter in a row. And I haven't been able to lay off of one yet. Except for the first one, I think. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Another cutter. Oh, that was a circle change, but it moved like a cutter. So 1-2 now to Trout. Minute second and third. Nobody out here in the fourth. Hit hard, but foul down the third base line. Count stays 1-2. Minter gets a sign from Darno. The 1-2 delivery. Pops up the cutter, out of play. Count stays 1-2. Nice little battle here for Mike Trout. Called strike three. Nice pitch. So Jazz Chisholm steps in after the strikeout of Mike Trout. Second and third. One out here in the fourth now, looking to expand the lead. Trying to get some extra insurance runs. Swings through a cutter, strike one. Not the best swing there by Chisholm, but apparently he really likes that cutter. Of course, it is his first pitch, so. Cutter at the knees, and the count is 0-2. Nice pitch right there. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from A.J. Minter. Hard foul down the first baseline. Count remains 0-2. Really want to get another run across here. And that's a slow roller foul up the first baseline. Catcher scoops it up in foul territory. Count remains 0-2 to Chisholm. Swings through a cutter, strike three, and there's two away. And apparently, I have found a new nemesis in A.J. Minter. I think this is the first time I've faced him, so he's apparently got my number, at least with Trout and Chisholm anyway. And that's plugging the gap. Get down, run, baby, run. That's all the way to the wall. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to get 2 runs in. And a 2 RBI double with 2 outs, and that extends the lead to 4-0. He threw me a fastball up and didn't miss it. Cutter fouled off by Grandal. 0-1 to the Knights backstop. Here comes the 0-1 offering from Minter. Slapped hard but foul down the third baseline as the third base coach dives out of the way. 0-2 now to Grandal. Checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch. Lazy fly ball to center field. Acuna's back, and he squeezes it on the track. And to finally stop the bleeding, but the Knights get 4 in the top half of the inning. Braves are down to their last opportunity with the top of the lineup due up. And Rob Dibble's going to be coming into the game and close it out for the Knights. And hopefully get this stronghold. Skip the warm-up. All right, Rob Dibble. Let's not fart around. Let's just go right after him. Fastball right down the pipe. Strike one. You know they're going to be trying to get base runners. Fouls off a fastball, and it counts 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Swings through a cutter, strike three. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. That brings up Austin Riley for the Braves, who struck out his first time. And hey, that was an improvement. Ozzie Albies had a 15 pitches at bat his first time, 3 pitches that time. So the first pitch to Riley. Cutter just misses, or slider rather, sorry. 1-0 to Riley. No sense I'm doing too much nibbling, just kind of go after him. You're up 4-0. 1-1. Oh, nice play by Chisholm. He's fully extended, grabs it up, and over to Canerco at first for the out. That was a nice play there by Chisholm. Thought it was going to sneak through, but Chisholm just gets fully extended, gobbles it up, and over to Canerco for the 4-3 put out. Beautiful play. So the Braves are down to their last out here with Ronald Acuna stepping in. First pitch from Dibble. Fouls off a fastball, and that was nowhere near where I was wanting to put it. I was wanting to put it up and in, and down and in the middle, pretty much. So, again, poorly located on my part. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Slider misses outside. Evens the count at 1-1 to Acuna. Dibble looking to close this game out and get this stronghold for the Knights. Get one step closer to finishing this US Conquest map. And the pitch swings through a fastball, strike two. Braves are down to their final strike, trying to hold on to this stronghold. Dibble gets a sign from Grandal. The 1-2 delivery. Swings through a slider, and that's the ball game as Dibble closes the door. Took them extra. The Knights get 4 in the top half, and Rob Dibble slams the door shut as the Knights get a 4-0 win here in Atlanta. That's what we needed. I struggled with the bats in the first 3 innings, but we came through big in extras. As Acuna was way out in front of that slider. No, I don't need to see the highlights. Stop it. I don't need to see those highlights. Stop it. So there's notable players. Longoria with 2 RBIs, Franker with 2 RBIs. That was basically your game. So we exit the post game. That was Devin Williams got the win. Newcomb got the loss. Gave up 4 runs in that 4th inning. And 4 runs on 2 hits. 4 runs on 2 hits. You don't see that very often. 4 runs on 2 hits. But hey, Longoria got his parallel up. Let's see, we finished the AL East. We finished the NL Central. So the only one we really have to worry about now is the AL Central, number 3306. So the next game I play, I just put all AL Central in there and probably get it taken care of. So making progress there. We're over 80% done with the Faces of the Franchise program. Hancock's almost up to a level 1. And Longoria did get to level 1. Trout's a third of the way to level 2. Franco's 2/3 of the way to level 2. Konerko's almost to level 2, about 50 points away. Tucker working on that level 2 also. Acuna's about 60% of the way to level 1. So that's what that looks like. Get a Reds alternate. And there's what we've got left. We've got 3 strongholds left, all of them the Braves. So we'll be seeing a lot of Ronald Acuna and AJ Minter, Ozzie Albies. So hopefully there won't be a whole lot of 15-pitch at bats, but that's what's left for me to do. We got 3 Atlanta strongholds left on the US Conquest map. So we've almost grinded through this entire map. So we're getting there. We're getting there, slowly but surely. So that's what that looks like. And whoops, there you can see that the new one is the Faces of the Franchise Central. Apparently AL and NL, so and that expires on the 29th. So once I get finished with this one, that one doesn't look like it's going to take real long. There's a lot of open spaces, but we'll get that. And let's see, how many of the goals do I have here? So we got that one. We got the out-of-town specialist. We got Like a Boss. We got all the NL West team strongholds. We got all the NL Central team strong. Well, we need 4. Got 1 more for the NL Central team strongholds. 2 more for the NL East. Got all the AL West. Got all the AL Central. Got all the AL East. Acquired $200 million. That got us Weaver. 300 territories. That gets us a Conquest winner banner, which we've got. Once we get all the NL team strongholds, we'll get Kerry Wood. We got D.D. Gregorius for getting all the American League strongholds. We get all the strongholds. We get Mike Piazza. And we're just so close to having all the territories on the map and getting the 10 show packs. So we're getting close. Getting very, very close. So it's been fun. My name's Rob. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Like I said, you can find my stream on 50 plus KC Gaming on YouTube, and it's been fun playing today. I just want to easy for me to say. Uh, if you would please, it is something that is very near and dear to my heart. Uh, if you would consider it, please consider giving a donation to the Parkinson's Foundation. Uh, it's a very near and dear cause to my heart. It's my wife has Parkinson's, so if and it's every little bit counts. It doesn't. Just come check out some of the literature on what's going on with it and what's being done and what can't be done at this point. We'd really like to see more progress be made for those others that are going to come along behind my wife. God forbid I somehow get diagnosed with it. I would hate for that to happen, but just go check out Parkinson's Foundation, parkinsons.org. Check out some info. Leave a donation if you feel it. If not, just that's fine too. I would appreciate it if you'd at least check it out and see what they're doing. It's a really good cause, and it's really something that's near and dear to my heart, like I said. So, and on that note, a little depressing note there, but my name's Rob. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. I hope you have a good day. Have a very happy Wednesday, and I will see you next time. Peace.